All right. So here we go. All right, everybody, welcome on back. We're doing another video. Again, I'm doing it live. My wonderful chat is here to help me out, keep me in line, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. This is the God Slayer turned into a 1-bar build, turned into a Daddy DK Dottie build that turned into what it is now for EA, for the Endless Archive. So basically, it's finding a way to make this work. Because I had a really great, you saw in the other video, really great dot build. And I thought that alone was going to be awesome. And gosh, against the mobs in the, in the stages of EA, it's really good. But there are some moments that you need some single target. You need some single target DPS. You need to be able to hammer them home in there, and having a lot of stuff to AoE, just slows down all the works and stuff. So if you saw my last video, I changed up Frostigon. Frostigon is back. And so Fierygon, we're changing it just to make it a little bit better. Can you use the Daddy Dot? Yeah, I made sure with both the original Frostigon and the Daddy Dottie that you could go through your daily. That means going all the way through Arc 1 and beating the Arc 1 final boss. And I was able to do that. So, works out totally good. So this is a little bit simpler because we're actually not changing any gear. All the gear is going to be same. Pillar and Runecarver. Same thing from the last video. Oakensoul ring with the Slimecraw. That's not changing at all. Our food, our attributes are staying the same. All that stuff. Our Mundas stone is the same. Our food is still going to be Witchmothers. Our drink, our potion is still going to be our Tristats. None of that is changing at all. Where we see the change is in the skills and the CP. So, skills are now going to be Flames of Oblivion. All right. Our Eruption. We took out the Unstable Wall. All right. Then Burning Talons. Now, this is what I got from Pups. All right. If you don't know Puppies, we love Puppies. All right. He's amazing. Endgamer, trial leader, wonderful. And I go, because he doesn't do, the 1-bar builds and stuff. And I go, what's the strongest skills on the DK? What are the strongest ones? What are the top 5 ones? All right. And so he was starting to mention it, or I think I said top 4, because I knew I was going to have a heal. Because you got to have a heal, and I want the standard. And he's like, well, Oblivion is always good in there, because you set it, and it goes off. All right? Then Eruption, because you've got a range, and it reduces the enemy movement, so you got control. All right? Then he's like, Burning Talons. Something that you might see out of a tank. And remember, we kind of want to be a little tanky mindset as you go farther in the Endless Archives in here. If you're unfamiliar with Burning Talons, because I don't think I've used it much in any of my builds in there, call for Talons to the ground, dealing 78, 74 flame damage to enemies near you, and additional flame damage over time, and immobilizing everybody in there. An ally near the Talons can activate the Ignite energy, dealing flame damage, a lot of flame damage, 12,000 to all enemies within held within them. So something for your, the partner you go through if you go with someone else with EA. And then our Molten Whip. I had taken out the Molten Whip and was using Unstable Wall. And it was just not enough. It was just not enough. We need something that we can use as a light attack spam to go after things. And something that hits really hard. And if we're going to do some light attack stuff, we're going to have to change up the CP to go along with it to balance it out. So set this before the fight, hit that at range. When you're surrounded, hit the Burning Talons. So they're taking a lot of dots. They're getting pummeled. And then whoever is left, you're doing light attack and Molten Whip. All right? I like that. Now, you could do this and go with dual wield and go kind of that route and go on the stamina side with it. I like everything on Magicka, so I'm still using a staff with this. My thing that I like with the staff, here's my thing, the little bonus. We're on Oakensoul ring. When in doubt, I can do a big heavy attack. So if it's far away, see, that's the thing that I like. I like having that range component. Because if it's way far away and I've got to run to it, use up my stamina to get there and to make sure to kill the enemy, it might kill me before it. If it's one of those, was it the flame shapers or whatever that throw the stuff out, might not get there in time, and then might be out of stamina to be able to bash, you know. So it's always a tricky deal. So I like having that, and having the Empower from our Oakensoul for our heavy attack. We're still going to do very good damage, you know, in there. So, yeah. And then, of course, our standard is just so good within that. And then our nice heal in that. Yeah, I'm actually using Runecarver on it. So I would pick either or, the Burning Spell Weave or the Runecarver with the Deadly. Because the Pillar of Nirn, I mean not Deadly, sorry. Pillar of Nirn is the must. Then you can change it, and if you want to use Runecarver, use Runecarver. If you want to try Spell Weave to get the extra spell damage, go with that and see how you feel. I like the Runecarver again because we've got enough dots going on that this is going to activate. Yeah. Cool. All right. The CP that goes along with it, all right, that we're changing up, we're still going Wrathful Strikes is still really good. Fighting Finesse to get our crit. Biting Aura, all right, because that's going to work big time because we want that now to become a good damage, initial damage in there. And Master of Arms increases your damage done with direct damage. All right, we want that to help us out with our whip within that. So, all right. Over here, we're getting the basics. We're getting the health, the armor, getting back the resources, and then Celerity. I've really been liking the Celerity just for the movement speed, to just get around and move around in there. I'm finding it very, very helpful. So this is a flex spot. You can put other things if you want. We're doing heavy attacks as well as doing single target, but I didn't really feel like I needed that I was, you know, out of too many resources that I needed to go siphoning spells. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. Yeah, really, really easy. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So your thought process, I start the fight, hitting those things, hit this from far away, boom, do my dot thing, and now I'm going. Again, boom. Easy peasy. Yeah. That's it. And it's strong. It's strong. I've gone in... Oops. Let me stop you from doing your thing. Going in there and going into a bunch of enemies and stuff. Ooh, I like the glowing eyes. I have rage. Yeah. It works really, really well. It controls everything on there. Still does that wonderful dot damage for the dotty DK part of it. But because we just changed a couple of things in there, we're still able now, what we're able now to do is do a bunch of single target damage, especially on a single boss in there and take them out. So, again, I'll be showing this week as I do some more, Endless Archive stuff. So make sure to check out my Twitch channel for checking this out. But give it a shot. So if you if you have this built or you're able to build this and stuff, again, 1 bar, really easy to do, lots of damage, still has a wonderful dot component to it and takes down enemies that way, but also can take on the single targets and is pretty beefy. So, all right, everybody, wonderful. Thank you very much. And again, make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things, give it a like, do a comment down below. The comments really help so much for the metrics to get on there, and we're getting closer and closer to be able to make a little bit of change from YouTube, which is be phenomenal for all of our videos and stuff. And we've got a wonderful variety from ESO to food stuff to Starfield to all these different things. So, and thank you all for the support for the people that have done it already. So really appreciate you so much. All right. I will see you later in the next video. Bye!